G'day mate and welcome back to Factorio with me, JD. This time we're doing another base tour. We're going to do LordKTor's base. Now, LordKTor, also known as Sandman2003 over at YouTube, and I will actually link to his YouTube channel down in the description, was nice enough to send me his base and say, go have a look please JD, give me a base tour. So here we are. Now, first thing you'll notice is the server is kicking my PC's ass. LordKTor was nice enough to leave me a power armor. There is one here with night vision, but I just ran a command to turn it to always day, because why not? Now, LordKTor is slightly obsessed with the SpaceX mod. It's probably got a lot to do with being the actual mod author. And as you can see, he's launched a satellite or two. He's actually got a couple of mods running on this one. We're going to cover SpaceX in this one. His other mod is a train mod. It's like the logistics train network. But in LordKTor's words, this one actually works. So I will actually be covering that at a later date after it's actually completed, because it's not actually live yet. So we have SpaceX. And he's left me this train and said, jump on the train and just follow it, I believe. Now, SpaceX, it's got this lovely little bit of flavor text here for when you complete the dry dock, which is actually my little contribution to his lovely mod. And we'll get rid of that. And I've done a SpaceX mod. If you haven't seen it and you really want to add to your end game for Factorio, rather than just launching a rocket, then just going into making lots and lots of science packs or whatever. If you want a goal for your mega base, or a goal to get you to a mega base, SpaceX is really what I'd recommend. It adds a number of items, none of them particularly hard to make, just using odd items that you wouldn't normally use. Oh wow, my inventory's... He's left me with ammo. Obviously, there might be biters on our route. Oh. Oops. Alright. Yep, I should have just left it. Anyway, so I've done a SpaceX run. Now, normally, satellites launch is 7. 7 satellites launched, you're done. You move on to dry dock components. You need 25 assembly components. 2. He's actually set it to like as hard as possible in the mod settings, and we'll bring those up real quick. Here. Which, of course, I can't change because you can only change them before you start the game. But he's set it to 25 times. So all these components you need to launch 25 times the normal amount. And on top of that, the research counter, this is the last research. It's normally 125,000. He's actually set it to 4 times the multiplier, so it's 500,000. To make one fast and light item, which is, again, just slightly expensive. Actually, I think that's the default cost. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the default cost. So, you know, all the SpaceX items, they're not something that you would normally, have laying around. They're something you actually have to go out and produce. 100 energy shields Mark II. Fusion cell, 100 steel plate, 100 processors, 100 low density, 500 rocket fuel. They're all stuff that you can build without too much trouble. They're just going to take you a little while to actually get them done. And I'm pretty sure the graphics have actually been updated since, because I don't remember the habitation graphics. That's another one, the fusion reactor. The fusion reactor is one everybody complains about, because it's 100 portable fusion reactors, and we all remember a portable fusion reactor uses 250 blue circuits. So SpaceX really, really pushes you in the end game. LordKTor's actually down to the last research. The cheap one. And it's ticking over fairly slowly. Where's science? Yeah. So he's actually limited on rockets. Now, research. This uses 221111. So he's actually doing probably roughly, if he stops bouncing around. That's production. Where's consumption? Consumption's the one I actually want to look at. He's doing a 5.5k 5.5k, 6k packets per the science packs per minute. Anyway, so yeah, it's a little bit of a crazy base. So we're gonna, because of my limit on UPS, and like by all means, if you wish to pop down to the Patreon and throw me $2, the cost of a Mars bar once a month, it really helps. Because basically, Patreon is all the money in Patreon currently is going towards a brand new, desperately needed computer. Anyway, now LordKTor he's a bit of a whiz. Right? I will definitely say that. He has a make everything, which actually looks like it has just about everything. Far too often I see make everything's marked as a make everything, and you look through it and you're like, hang on, you're missing this. I did see green wire. There's red wire. There's power armors. It's always good to have a power armor being made. I do not see stone furnace. No. It's definitely it's definitely a make almost everything fixed. All right, there you go, LordKTor. It's fixed for you. Anyway, so we have all sorts of combinators here, and I'm not even going to question what some of these things do. Because, yeah, combinators. I'm guessing these are all external requests. Out to... where's that red wire go? It looks like it comes here and stops. Maybe it goes north. Nope. No, there's lots of stuff on the wires. I just got no idea what any of it is. And I think that's the biggest problem with combinators. If somebody wants to find out what your combinators do, it's going to take them... Okay, I take that back. That combinator goes to there, which is... so it looks like this is what it's requesting into the network. That would be my dumb assumption. It'll turn this station on if the Logi network doesn't have enough crap in it. And call a train, because, as I said, there's two mods. There's the SpaceX mod, plus there is a whole separate mod for making trains really smart. And come when, you know, deliver on time. Yeah. The first comment I've got about LordKTor's base is he's got very long trains. Now, I've done, this is a 383. I've done 312-3s, which were too slow to accelerate. Even these guys, well, this one's got coal, which is the worst example. But he does have them on the main line. Oh, that one's got rocket fuel, finally. Most of the trains I've actually been looking at have... here we go. The other one had nuclear fuel. This one's got rocket fuel. Most of the trains have rocket fuel. And that would be my first complaint. You know, you really... if you're going to have really long trains, you really got to put in the good stuff. And I'm so bad, I probably wouldn't even let them burn out the old stuff. I'd just be saying, yep, you lot, just come here, give me all your old fuel one at a time, and I'll just dump it into a Logi network and have the Logi network, you know, trash network sorted out. So, he has nuclear fuel. Nothing special. It's in its own self-contained network. Bring in the crap uranium, process it on site to make good uranium, and then turn the good uranium into, you know, add in rocket fuel from somewhere else on the base and turn it into nuclear fuel. Done. Nice and easy. He has his make almost everything with a bot build over here, which is probably part of the SpaceX components, I would guess, which is currently very, very much turned off because it's lacking inserters. Same with this. I'm guessing this was just to burn up whatever science packs he had left. Yeah, there's a couple of science packs left over, LordKTor. You should really pick these up and take them off to your science center. Yeah, along with these make almost everything. Now, his resources are very, very healthy and set very, very large, but I did notice whilst on the train track, you can see there's a little bit of ore here that obviously was part of a patch, going by the absolute lack of trees in this area. There's a couple of gun turrets here, so yeah, I'm going to go with the iron patch was up here. But obviously these guys didn't get picked up by the mining drills at the time. And it's now been replaced with a graveyard, which is a good spot to park dead trains. Again, we've got a tiny little uranium mine. There's not a lot left. But then, generally, after you... Oh, these don't have prod mods. LordKTor, you need prod mods. Yeah. Generally, after you get your first uranium mine, you normally only go through one the whole even a very, very long mega base. Sometimes 2 uranium patches, because honestly, you really don't use that much uranium. Okay. Where's smelting? That's what I want to really start with. Copper. Okay. We got a train? Oh, we don't have a train. Because as it, the whole system is very, very smart. So nope, there's no trains. Oh. Okay, there's no trains even assigned to that station. And there's a whole lot assigned to that station. Alright. So he's making iron plate. And what we're going to do is I'm going to grab a deconstruction planer, because that's always important. So he's making iron plate here, bridging it over the network in to make green circuits. Same with above. He's doing copper, bridging it over the network to then make green circuits, which, you know, iron and copper are the 2 main components. I have never actually considered doing it this way with just a simple set of bridges. I've always done it with bringing iron plate in, iron ore into a station to turn into iron plate to load into a train to take it out to then bring it to a green circuit. And I've got to say, after looking at this, I'm like, why did I never think of that? That's probably less inserters overall, and it's definitely 2 less trains. It's 2 less trains bringing, you know, taking the plate from, you know, either the copper plate from one and the iron plate from the other to dump it into a green circuit build. So I really like this green circuit build. My only comment would be he could squeeze the beacons in a little bit closer around the iron build. To sort of squish the beacons in a little bit more to get a little bit more either production out of it if he needs it, or just make the build less wide. Because obviously if the build finished here, the bots would have less distance travel to bring ore across to the outside edges. So that would be my own comment, I guess. As you can see, his ore patches are fairly dense. And we're doing into mining drills with speed modules, straight into passive providers, into requested chests, into the train, when the trains show up. After much experience, especially after the Clustorio servers, where we were doing mining drills straight into trains, which is great if you really, really want super high throughput. The catch is the miners never go to sleep. So, like, all these miners currently are asleep, and he's actually capped the chests. Whereas I would never bother capping a chest in a mining, or just mine it out. The quicker you mine it out, the better. I actually really, really prefer belts for outposts now. Belts seem to be way more UPS efficient. Just because once they fill up, they fill up. I do admit at mining productivity 331. No, 331 with the speed module. You're still talking 2, maybe 3 miners to one side of a blue belt. And yeah, you could put 3 miners on one side of the belt, 3 miners on the other side of the belt, and then just take the belt through as many. No, you have to load from this side or expand the station out, because you'd have a belt here, inserter, box, inserter. I don't know. I am definitely a fan of using belts for outposts now. So, alright. Same story. We've got a brick build. And again, my number one suggestion would be, like, move these beacons in. Move these beacons hard up against, you know, this one, and then move this whole furnace further up. Just to try and get in a little bit more compactness. Same as he did with the green circuit build. This is super, super, super compact. And it's how I've started doing a lot of my builds, trying to really make them as small as possible. I'm still really not a fan of having bots carry green circuits. You know, they do have a lot of direct insertion here, but really, really, really not a fan. Just, it causes a lot of bot travel. A lot of bot travel. Okay, so we've done smelters. We're going to leave science. That's science. That's another green circuit build, and this is how I do it. I bring in the plates separately, and then I make green circuits. That's some really weird wiring, LordKTor. That's just the wires got special in a couple of these boxes, did they? Yeah. Anyway, my number one thing that I have, and it's not beaconed at the bottom. I'd shove some beacons in no matter what. Anyway, green, yellow, blue. Oh, there's all sorts of smarts going on. Let's try, nope. Escape, options, interface. Because it's a fresh install, not all my... Show comments that and that one. Because it's a fresh install with his mods, I don't actually have all my settings ticked. So, that didn't help. I'm guessing that the light indication is how many raw materials we have and how ready the station is. No, actually I'm completely lost as to what the combinator settings are. But lights are pretty. Can't knock lights. Can't knock pretty lights. Anyway, so we've got green circuits. We've got a green circuit to pick up, which all his trains... Come on, click on a train. Okay, so the first train I click on doesn't agree with my what I've seen so far. But a lot of these trains go to waypoint stations. So we've got low density structures, low density structures, waypoint, and then satellite components too. So this actually comes in here to make satellite components. And no, you're going out. So you just can't get across the intersection. And only has one rocket fuel. That's something that would really worry me. So you get out, you get in. It looks like some signals need to be tweaked around the place, LordKTor, just for a little bit higher throughput. You don't have quite enough room sometimes for these trains to sit and park. And do we have enough room to unload? We do. It's just got 1k neat blue circuits for some reason. Anyway, I really want looking for... So it's low density structures, rocket control units, plastic, red circuits. So, again, nice compact red circuit build, which is currently missing... Oh, so that request chest is just missing a requester. Here, I'll fix it for you. Copy. Paste. Fixed. Bottommost red circuit. That one. Which probably means... Is it copied? Yeah, it's copied. That one. And that one. Ooh. No, that's got a request. It just doesn't have copper. How does copper get in? That's plastic. That's green circuits. And copper plate. Green circuits, and copper plate. Okay. It's waiting on trains. No, that one's done. That one's done. Okay, so just one wasn't done. So yeah, nice tight red circuit build. I really am a fan of like how neatly these are squished in. A little bit overboard with the substations. And I know people have told me in the past that it doesn't matter how many power poles or anything like that you have, they actually have a 0 UPS count. Where are we? Circuit network, any update? Electrical network. For a 1.8, 1.9 electrical network, which I know he does have both solar and good old-fashioned steam engines, but it is just good old-fashioned steam engines which are off. To have an electrical update of 1.92, I actually disagree. I actually think substations, power poles, every single item adds a little bit. It might be inconsequential amount, but it all adds up. As we all know, you know, one assembler does no damage, but after you make 10,000 assemblers, hello, game lag. Anyway, on to blue circuits. Nice, simple build. Again, I would say, like, compress those beacons in. You could probably get another 4 or probably another 2 rows out of just, like, squeezing the build together. They are perfect 12-12 beacon setups, which is always good to see. And super, super efficient. Cuts down the overall number of assemblers and inserters, which again affects UPS performance. But really, really nice to see. We've got that's red circuits again. He does have like green circuits here, and down here, and down here. A red circuit 1. There'll be a red circuit 2 somewhere. Here's a red circuit 2. Speed modules are over here, which is obviously both red and green circuits, which is currently missing red circuits. Speed 3 red. Oh no, this is speed module 3s. Okay. With just 10,000 in storage. You're as bad as me, LordKTor. Let's have a look at the rocket builds real quick. So again, yeah, super neat builds, very, very uniform and copy paste stampable. Separate robot networks. I don't know why they're not overlapped. Probably because the train stations wouldn't line up. Yeah, trains can only be offset by 2 tiles, and this is a 3 tile, which is unfortunate. It's one of those things I hate about. Hate about the train tracks. They've got down to low density structures, which are just slightly bigger, and I'm willing to bet that overproduction is needed to make the satellites and the SpaceX components. Oh, we got a prod mod 3, which only 33,000, dude. You need to slow down. You also need a red box right here, just one. Actually, it's out of place. This inserter needs to bugger off. Do we have Roboport? Oh, we do have construction box. Go away. Fixed. I hope you got a storage box. Otherwise, that one's going to pest you for hours. Stone brick weight with 10,000 stone brick in it. Okay, where do you go from there? To an unload station. That'd be a belt that went to... Oh! An itty bitty tiny stone furnace. But yeah, you can see this is another copper patch, which is... Obviously there was copper here and it sort of got mined out and a little strip got left over. Just to remind you that copper once existed. That's copper plate. There are more mines out that way. That's more copper plate. That's iron plate. The smelters. So this is much more compact. I much prefer this build, to be honest. How many tiles you got left? You've got 1. I really wish I'd installed max rate calculator. Efficiency. Oh! Efficiency modules. What do you need those for? No, SpaceX. SpaceX needs just a few of them for some of these launches. And he needs... That's 500 efficiency modules per item. He needs to launch 25 of them. So that's 12,500. He's still got a little bit overboard, dude. Just a little bit overboard. We got... So this is weight stations. So he'll fully load a train with, say, steel. Bring it in here to wait till it's needed. And then take it back out. And again, that's this mod interface right here. Which I'm not playing with. Yeah, I'm not playing with. I'm not showing. I'm not demoing. Just because I know it doesn't quite... It's not quite ready for release. It's still going through the bug testing phase. And we've got batteries, solar panels, battery accumulators, and solar panels. That's an odd combination. Because batteries is iron and copper, accumulators is iron, solar panels is technically copper, but also green circuits and steel. Solar inputs. And again, combinator magic. Retrain contents enablers, no. I don't know. I don't know how these stations work. I don't want to break them. Not yet, anyway. When I show off his mod, by all means, I'm going to go around and break everything. So we've got lube, electric engines, normal engines. We're making normal engines to turn into electric engines inside the same build. Oh, what the hell is... Oh, this is his oil. No, that's purely plastic, is it? Lube, rocket fuel, crude oil, sulfuric acid. So he's actually dedicated different oil builds to different things. So this one... Okay, hang on. They're all chem plants producing sulfur to make sulfuric acid, to make plastic, to make cracking into light petroleum, with a little bit of solid fuel. No, this is a whole different build. Oh, and it's sharing... Oh, that's neat. So he's sharing a lot of refineries. How many is that? He's sharing 9 refineries. The beacons are not quite overlapping, but I'm guessing that's more due to pipe spaghetti than anything else. So he's got 9 sharing. He's obviously taking all the heavy to the north to turn it into lube. And I guess there's some spot where excess heavy, should lube ever back up, gets turned into light. But if there is, I can't see it right this second. He's turning a lot of the light. Oh, there it is. I knew there'd be one. I knew it. Holy pipe spaghetti. Where do they fed from? That's the question. Ha-ha! That pump. So that'll be if lube is maxed out, signal command. Yep, there we go. 299,000. So if lube is maxed out, we crack all the heavy into lights. We turn the light into solid fuel right here, and then into rocket fuel. Meanwhile, we take all the petroleum and turn it into acid, and I'm willing to bet you'll find another pump hidden away somewhere, or maybe it's designed just to max out. And we turn the petroleum also into plastic. So that's acid, 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 lube, 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 lube. Oh no, he's just doing all the products from all of them. Okay, that's because I've seen lots of self-contained oil builds where somebody has this build does rocket fuel. It's all the heavy gets turned to light, or light gets turned to rocket fuel, or solid fuel into rocket fuel. All the petroleum that's left over also gets turned into solid fuel, which is not efficient. And then beside it, you have another build where it's basic petroleum, basic oil processing to get as much heavy as possible to make all the lubricant it can, or even a what's it called? Coal liquefaction. That's the word I'm looking for. Which produces lots of heavy and not a lot of anything else. So it'll have its own heavy build that turns in everything. Burns coal, makes lube, and then takes the light oil and the petroleum and turns around and turns that into a fuel source to feed itself to make the steam that coal liquefaction needs. All right, and then you have another build beside it that just does plastic, and another build beside it that does blah 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 blah. So he's got like an all-in-one build, and I can't stop yawning. It's a couple of days after the end of the GM8 event last week. Right, it would be by the time you guys watch this. By the time this goes up on YouTube, rather. And I'm still recovering from a couple of days of no sleep. So he's bringing oil in. He's got a separate lube station. Rocket fuel on the far side. So that's just taking the processed heavy into rocket fuel into the train. A separate plastic train at the front, which he seems to be short on, like for just this one section here. Way too much heavy, way too much solid fuel, not enough rocket fuel, not enough plastic. There's no excess fluid in the pipe, so it's not a backed up situation. It's just a, yeah. And then has an acid. See what I mean about yawning? And then an acid build as well. I apologise. I'm still so tired. He's got coal locally coming probably straight down. Yep, that's what I'd be doing. He has a solar blueprint, which I gotta say I'm actually a fan of. I've been using the Matthias solar build that he made up for me, sheesh, a year ago now. My one gripe is its lack of radars. But this one looks like, hang on, I gotta line it up. So this looks like the blueprint here. And because it's wrapped in this line of accumulators, it means that you could probably grab the blueprint, and actually let's try it out. Let's try it out. We'll break LordKTor's map for him. He's always happy to have stuff broken for him. So that looks like the blueprint there. And I'm willing to bet, because it's wrapped in the accumulators, we should be able to just rolling stamp it. Where's a bit of blank area? Blank area with radar coverage. That's a blank area with radar coverage. Okay, so if I line that up. No. That went a little bit all over the place. Alright, try that again. Oh, wow. The bot's already hard at work. No. Yeah, that's it. Oh, it's probably because the trees are in the way. Alright, you. Go away, all trees. All wildlife must be gone. Now try it. So the question is, if I roll far enough, yes. So that's what I call a rolling blueprint. You can literally, as long as you don't have any jutters in the game, you can literally just slide across the map. And as long as you've pre-deconstructed all the trees and everything else, which is just a matter of, giant deconstruction planner, everything, say goodbye, right? You can then, just slide the blueprint along, and it'll just paste one after another after another. Like I said, it's a really, really good blueprint. It has 4 roboports. It has 100% coverage for the logistics area. 100% coverage for logistics area, so that means the robot should be able to move freely to construct things. I'm assuming it's the correct ratio, but let's be honest, nobody really cares that much about perfect ratios. Well, I personally don't. That's the important thing. I personally don't. And I can see you could easily add more solar panels in the corners, should it be out. But I'm willing to bet it's not. And just as importantly, it has radar coverage pre-built into it, which should be enough radar coverage, which I can't select because I don't have stupid radar on me. But it should be enough, and as you can see, we've got full coverage, so it's definitely enough. Wow, that's some coal. Should be enough that's some solar. You forget about mega bases, how much solar you need. Like, base, solar. Base that does 6,000 science packs per minute, solar to feed it. Yes, placing down solar is boring, but if you really want a mega base, it's something you just have to do. Anyway, okay, so on to the most important thing, the actual science builds. So red science, nothing special. Make the bring in the iron, bring in the copper, make the gears on site. Bang, we get red science out. Load it on a train, ship it off. And we got two red science builds. Green science, same sort of thing. Bring in iron, make gears, lots and lots and lots of gears to make lots and lots of belt, lots and lots of inserters. We got inserters there, inserters there, inserters there. A couple of belts there, 4 gears. Same in the north, I bet. Pretty much. Not quite a mirror image, but close enough too. To make green science. Nothing special. Blue science on this side of the map. So, blue has mining drills. Now, mining drills need a lot of input. So, he's got an iron, a gear, another iron, a separate dedicated green circuit, and then the output. And I'm willing to bet his shortfall is still iron. 10, 5, 3. I'm not there to click on it myself, but it looks like it's just going to have a little bit of stutter when it can't get the iron in fast enough. You can see the animation just stop occasionally, just every now and then. It might be fast enough for the build, but you can see as we're at -12 mining drills, and actually we're out of iron at right this second. You can definitely see the mining drills is the shortfall, or is the bottleneck for this build. So again, two builds, two blueprints for mining drills, and same story. Like if you just squish it in, like you can't squish in around the mining drills, but you should be able to squish in all these science packs just slightly, just a little bit less bot travel. He does have worker robot speed 4 and cargo size, which is a separate mod of, good question, cargo capacity 13. So this is something I did during my Gigabase series as well. I found a mod that gave me more infinite tech, because infinite tech was brand new in 15, and I researched like plus 10 carrying cargo for my robots. So they carry more, so it just meant less bots in the air, because I've run a couple of commands already. LordKTor has 538 trains active and running on the map, which is a lot, to be honest. I had about the same number in my Gigabase, and I had about the same UPS count. I do admit his science is slightly higher than mine, but yeah, his UPS is also slightly lower than mine. A whole version later. Anyway, I had way more rail, but that's because I was stupid and went for a 8 rail main line in a lot of places. But he does have, this is I want to zoom out far enough so you can read it. Cancel. Let's move over something. So this is a logistics robot count. So he has 18,000, almost 19,000 logistic bots in the air flying around at the moment. These are all and pause whilst it thinks about it. So it just counts every single active in the air logistics bot at that second, which is 19,500, which is a lot of robots. Anyway, on to Purple Science, nothing special. Bring in the materials on one side, output on the other. Since they remove assembly machines, it's actually one of the easiest builds. Sure, you have the hassles of actually making electric furnaces, but Purple Science is really easy. Now, military, I didn't see, and that's why I didn't see it. So he's actually making all the prerequisites on site. He is. And what are you missing? Iron. Okay, so we're missing iron plate. So he's making gears to then drag the gears to there, to then put them in with iron plate to make gun turrets. Grenades are easy. It's coal and iron. That's a really easy one. Where's the ammo production? Oh, over here. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more direct insertion. I know it's really difficult with yellow ammo, because it's 1 yellow ammo to 2 to 3 AP ammo. And same here, you know, trying to get this one to direct insert to that one, and that one, really difficult. But everybody needs a challenge. So, military, and then over this side we've got the purple, which is, that's a lot of copper cable to be flying through the air. Every yellow build I've done, I've always aimed for direct insertion, just because. And I really wish I had max rate calculator. And I'm making a promise from now on, every single base tour, max rate calculator is going to be installed just to quickly do maths like this. Because this thing needs, like, I want to say 20 copper cable per... I want to say per second. It's a lot. It is enough that a stack inserter can keep up, but it's a lot of materials. So, he's making sciences. Boom, 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 boom. Bringing in the raw materials, cranking out some science, load it on a train, comes down here, parks in a waiting station, and again, you know, using smarts. He's got space science wait, red science wait, red science wait, green science wait, green science wait, yellow science wait, yellow science wait, and then these stations will actually call in the trains when required. And again, circuit greater than 0. So it's waiting for a circuit condition that doesn't exist, but it must be in the mods somehow. Science West 2 unload, which I'm willing to bet they're all... Oh, we got dedicated trains for dedicated sciences. Well, there you go. Yeah, that circuit condition just changed. How magically? Magically via a mod. So the only thing we didn't do is we didn't do his satellites. So, again, he's doing 6,000 packs per minute. So it means you need to have at least 7 of these guys running fully beacon, fully moduled, because they take 61 seconds to launch. From it's empty to stack inserters are going flat out to refill it to launch it, 61 seconds, no less. And I can see LordKTor's has done the exact same thing. I would, and he's added an extra one, just in case. I'm also willing to bet rocket control, low densities, fuel. Hashtag silo, which should be some sort of pack train. The only thing I didn't find is where he does his SpaceX components. In my SpaceX build, like, I had one assembler. That's all I needed, because he just didn't launch that many of them. Iron plate pickup, another station. Refuel station. Is it somewhere near me? Artillery station, that's always good. A nursery. Nursery for sick trains, I gather, because all it carries is fuel. Supply unload, engineering, rubbish unload, stone 1. Make everything. I don't know where he makes his SpaceX components. As said, I would be doing mine, you know, one single assembler parked off in the middle of nowhere. Same with actually launching. Launching the SpaceX components. DAS. Ha! Found it. So a DAS. A DAS must be... I have no idea. Astrometrics lab. Okay. Yeah, you can see some of the insane stuff that you need for a SpaceX run. And that's why he's got a couple of extra assemblers laying around for all the different things he's needed over the course of the playthrough. Where's your output? There. And these are going to be set with a combinator. Boom, boom, boom. Aha! This is the other one. Okay. So, what's this called? This is called... let's go with DAS modules. SpaceX components. That seems like a station we want to go to. He told me just to jump on the train and tour around via the train. Foreign defense staging? Wow. Because he does have... No, biters... pollution's been turned off. But there were biters at one stage. You can still see them on the map, actually. Where's perimeter defense? Where's the perimeter? That's a whole better question. Perimeter defense staging 3. Oh, okay. I really don't want to go down all the way down there. Look to landfill outer perimeter. He is expanding ever so slowly. Alright. Come on, go faster, train. You know what we should do? Accelerate, 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 backward. Go. And then press that one. No rolling. Disconnect. Come on. I should have had a pickaxe as well. Oh, it's going to start again. I just want to pull off the train. That way I go faster. Oh. I gotta loop around. Really? I missed my train stop. That might cause us problems now. How far do I have to go to get a loop? Oh, into steel, through steel. Really? Oh, there. We do have a loop here. Well, there you go, LordKTor. You got loops. Did you know you had loops? Bet you did, but... we want to go there. I want to go back to engineering. I want to go SpaceX components, which is here. Which there is... oh, okay. We're close. You know what? Even with 30 EPS, it's faster to run there. Because I do want to look at the SpaceX combinator. Because that's been new in the last couple of patches. He's told me, LordKTor's told me briefly about them. But I haven't actually had a chance to have a look at one in person. Because my understanding of it is it will tell you, the combinator will tell you what is still remaining to be launched. So, like, he still needs a fusion reactor and he still needs a FTL drive. He doesn't have the research for the FTL drive done. We have done a chunk of it in the last almost hour. Try and stay off the train tracks, JD. Because otherwise bad things happen. Alright, SpaceX combinator. So it's outputting to... ooh. Alright, convert everything to a -1. Then everything +0. So then that equals... huh? I hate combinators. Nope. Nope, I quit. But there is a SpaceX combinator. No idea how it works. No idea what it does. Trains on the way. Trains publish and subscribe. That's the train mod. No idea what it does. No idea how it does it. Oh, no, it's a constant combinator. My bad. My bad. Okay. We will have to save the SpaceX combinator for when I actually start doing mod reviews. Mod highlights. Yeah. Mod highlights. Which will actually be probably next week. Probably starting, hopefully, with the SpaceX mod. Anyway, this has been LordKTor's massive, over-the-top, far too much SpaceX base. As said, I'd be using a lot more nuclear fuel throughout the whole base. Some of these train tracks need to be looked at just to make sure there is, like, it doesn't quite fit. This train is technically blocking this whole intersection. I think. Blocking some of the intersection at least. So yeah. A couple of critiques for LordKTor. And definitely, thank you for letting me have a wander around your insane base. And I cannot wait to see the subscribe, publish, train mod thing, because I've looked at LordKTors Train Network, and honestly, it looks really, really good. It also looks really, really complicated. I would much prefer a much simpler, much more robust approach. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed. Thoughts, comments, suggestions for both me and LordKTor down the comment section below. At the same time, oh, actually, I just got a message from him. So he's a marathon tech price, so it's 4 times cost of research. Then in the mod settings, 16 times science, 16 times production, and 25 times launches. Everything max except expensive recipes. He's not doing that. I don't blame him after doing the GM8 event last weekend with expensive recipes. Expensive recipes suck. Anyway, like I said, thoughts, comments, suggestions for both me and LordKTor down in the comment section below. Same time, if you want me to have a look around your base, jump on Discord. All the details are always in the description of every single video. Jump on my Discord, say hello, get in touch with me, and I'm more than happy to do base tours, because I love the way how we all come up with completely different answers to the exact same problem, and it's one of my joys of Factorio, watching how other people build their bases. I'll ask LordKTor whether I can put a save in the description. It's completely up to him. So check the description if you want to have a look at the save. Might get lucky. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.